see if I can keep this on. All right, so this is the colored version, right? Now, this colored version that he did, the problem that I have with it is because it's image within image within image. Something I have not told you yet is that all the body imagery you've been seeing so far is because of your human construct and what you think is humans. Right. I'll give you an example. Everybody was seeing, as I went to the street, because I did this on the street, and they look up at the clouds and the people would say, I see the bunny rabbit. I heard that several times. Usually it was feline, canine, rodent, avian, and beast, because I wanted to know, do my eyes see different imagery than your eyes? And does your eyes see different imagery than so-and-so's eyes? Because there's a lot of species missing. There's a lot of species. I mean, think about it. I'm claiming feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. What about the shellfish? What about the giraffe? What about the dolphins, like you were talking about? Dolphins have mirror neurons, and, you know. So in my human construct of mirror neuron manipulators and all this kind of shit, I wanted to know.
So my mirror neurons are creating basically what I perceive in these pictures, you think?
Well, I think that the mirror neuron manipulator is what most people will go. Like, you've been able to be honest with yourself, even about your own life, let's say, for example, right? So most people cannot do that. Most people want to say, and I myself, most of my life, was this way. But, you know, right, exactly. So rather than taking the blame for anything myself and saying that okay, I got to just admit it, I'm an asshole, so what am I going to do? You know, what the fuck? I'll do my best to get along and blah, blah, blah. So most people don't, though. They stay in denial their entire lives. No, I'm the greatest person ever and blah, blah, blah. So, ego. It's ego, right? It's ego.
Yep,
so if you don't get over that ego thing, then forget it. You'll never, no one will ever wake up.
That's definitely the block, the roadblock for everyone.
So I'm gonna give you this one as well. Here, go ahead and have it, and look around there, get a feel for that. And then after
oh God, I cannot. I want to show you my laptop and what's on it, but I have to keep it plugged in for it to work.
Yeah,
just because what I've seen in the images, I mean, amazing, crazy, insane.
Oh, I've got millions of these pictures, millions of them. Now, again, it's dark out here. I mean, it's light out here, so it's kind of hard. Let me see if I go here now. There's light coming in there, too. Let me see if I can find a better spot for this. Okay, here's a good spot. Here's a good spot. Look at this. This is way better, way better. Now you'll be able to see things more clear even here. So, now, I'm shaking the paper on you and stuff. So, as you keep going around...
I'm seeing Antarctica, the map. Up there, I've studied it a lot.
Well, that's the reason I say Antarctica. Well, this is. I'm going to show you where this is going too. I'll show you in a minute, right? Because I actually made a model, but I brought one of the old models with me. The new model's too intricate, and it's actually a working model, so I didn't want to bother bringing it. But okay, here's another one for you, right? Now, watch what I'm going to do right here. Okay, right here. There's a lot of different images, but one of them I'll point out to you. I'm going to turn the paper a little so you see her better. Her face is right there. She has large shoulders. She's also female. Her arms go down here, but there's thousands of images within images. So, like, you'll pick up that one there, for example. You might catch this one here. Now, let me get a filter. Let me show you this. Here's a green filter. Easy to do. Simple, cheap-ass Walmart filters. Nice. And now you're going to watch the difference with a filter. Okay, so let me bring you around and I'll find some. Let me bring you back to that bear, what I thought was a bear first. Let me see.
Oh God, I gotta show you something. I was given a bottle with a map on it, of the earth, and it had a lot of horse imagery in it, and a turtle near the
I myself have seen other imagery. I've seen, I'd say, throughout all this last year of looking, I have seen other things. I'm even calling that a bear, but I know it's not a bear because it's feline, canine, rodent, human, and beast. The more I look in, like the birds, I've seen at least a dozen birds, right? I've seen a dozen birds. Now, I have to blame that on my human wanting to see what I want to see.
I think it's symbolism, though, for growth and flight. Because we grow and we evolve past the human.
Sure, and if the system would give me that sign and say, okay, no, there is a possibility for other things besides feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. I have answers set up for it if I actually can confirm it.
Okay, I'll give you something right now. There is a certain symbol I've seen. I'm not going to call it a symbol. It's more like a pattern. It looks like a beehive, kind of. It's just like the energy is coming in and weaving out like this. And I've been seeing it everywhere in the clouds and everywhere. Well, the stars started taking on that appearance before I left West Virginia.
I've seen the stars do strange things myself, but now that I found out what's going on with the moon, then I more or less believe that it's going to end up being a...
bad, you think?
No. The moon's definitely feminine, though. You find more femininity in the moon than anywhere else.
Meaning receptive, right?
No, the imagery is a lot of femininity. The femininity in the clouds and the trees and stuff like that. I'm gonna give you another way to do this one by doing. Where did I put that other fucking thing? Right here. Okay, so this time I'm gonna do this and this. Okay, this is gonna probably be a little easier for you to do. Yeah, it is. And I think I'm gonna go with a red filter because we're outside. If I can find the fucking thing. No, there it is. Red filter's kind of shitty. Okay.
Do you not have? Oh, here, shit, I have a map.
Okay.
I was trying to align the because I think that when humans make capitals and things of countries, that they somehow correspond to a star.
All right, here, take a look at this for me. Okay, so hold this camera in your hand. And I want you to start down at the bottom down here and figure out some different angles. And as I turn this, we're going to come across all kinds of imagery. And again, you're right now, if you go a little angled a little lower, you're going to be more and more in the Antarctic, okay? And the more higher you come up, you're going to start hitting where we are. In other words, your angle that you would really be looking at the moon. Yeah. And according to what I'm telling you, the moon is, okay?
I see a man here, and he's holding up his hand, doing something.
Yeah, and she's actually going to turn very feminine. Watch. She's going to turn very feminine. Her arm goes back. Yes, and see, she got one set of little cone titties. Now, inside her body, she got a nice set of boobs, too, coming up. But it must be go from young to old. She's definitely feminine in most things. Now, inside her body, her entire body, are thousands. Now, I'm going to just turn a little bit more. Don't worry, you're going to pick up more imagery as we come around. Right. I found another feminine body right here is her face. You're going to see her when we come around. You're going to see her body. She's got a nice set on her, too. And it's not my prejudice. It's not my prejudice. Seriously, you'll end up seeing her. She's laying right here. This is her face, but her face looks very ugly and demonic in a lot of different ways. What we would know is demonic. Not till over here do you actually start seeing her laying the rest of her body, and you'll notice that the colors will get a little better as you move this around. Yep, you can go ahead and move the camera to wherever you feel comfortable. And if I miss sun, now at the same time, I'm down here, right? Now without turning this, right?
Here. There's a shell.
That's the shell on the moon that we always knew was a shell. Now look at the faces. Now, stay on that shell for a minute and watch this. Yep, go in on it. Now keep watching it. Keep watching the shell. Every tiny little turn. Keep watching the shell. Stay on that shell. I'm going to show you all the different faces that are in that shell. Now here comes the hairdo coming up. It's like a big thing coming up in the shell. Okay?
Oh wow, I see her. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty cool. Do you think reality is just all about perspective?
It would be.
I picture a dandelion.
It would, but now this is your first time looking into this. I would say I'm going to give you a few weeks on it and see. Now, if you keep coming back and saying whale, then I would check with other people and say, do you see the whale, for example? Now, when you're at this angle, right? When you're at this angle looking up that way, what I want to do is bring the camera up and start looking back here now.
Oh, hello. There's a man up there, actually. Oh, wow. So okay, who is the god of the sea with the trident? Because I see that too.
Okay, and now keep going. Bring the camera right up. Keep going. Right up here.
Whoa.
To wherever, you feel comfortable. But what I'm letting you know is that you have to move that way. If you turn this way, for example, to try to get the same image you were getting, it's not. It's all different imagery. See the female standing up here? Let me see if I can get her for you. Okay, so here's her legs. Her body's here. She's got a couple different type of breasts, and her face is right here. Now, I'm going to keep turning because, again, image within image. So you're probably seeing all this other imagery, and you're not going to catch that one quite yet. But now, taking that camera, and you go in and out and see what you see right in here in this area.
Someone holding their hands.
But don't be afraid to go like this and move the camera right around to where you see it, to where you see things.
Oh, I'm seeing all kinds of things. But see, okay, here's where I don't know if I'm brainwashed. Where I see geometric symbols.
I mean, that's just me saying that because
there's a person. Ooh, that looks like a cat. There's a freaking cat right there, man.
Oh yeah.
See it
right there? You're gonna find a whole bunch of felines.
Looks like Journey.
Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of feminine felines.
That looks like my cat. Things. She's double pawed. Oh my god, that's so weird.
Right here, there's a black dude with a chain on, and you're only gonna catch him from certain angles.
That's like a horse.
And then and then every little tiny turn, like see that? That's a turn. See that? That's a turn. See that? That's a turn. So I don't think you have to go like this. And you're going to end up more and more that you go around, you're going to see them all. Now, this one up here is the one I was telling you before, and you thought you were seeing something there. And again, I'm open to interpretation too. I've seen 12 birds myself. I just blame it on my human construct. I've seen at least 2 fish. I seen a small fish, but they were shadow fish and I could never get confirmation. You know how I try to get confirmation on the birds? Is I try to look for the holes in their beaks. But then I found out that some birds have their holes way up above their feathers. So that I wouldn't see the holes in the
I'm sorry, I don't mean to in Peru, I think there's the thunderbird in the sand. I think it's the thunderbird. Anyways, and it's really strangely shaped.
That's what I was saying about the rabbits.
Right
That's what I was saying about the rabbits. When you see me doing the street interviews, right? This camera, just like now, is on, and I pointed up at the sky, and which I'll try to throw it in the EMC box in 1 minute. But what I'll do is I'll be looking up, and I'll say, what do you see? I see the lion, right? And then what do you see there? They move the camera a little. What do you see there? I see the rabbit. I say, okay. So then I get it back to the computer, right? And I pull it up on the computer where I'm using my camera as a device to look in, and then I say, oh, I see what she's talking about. It's actually a rodent, and what she thinks is ears of a bunny is another image because it's face within face within face within face. The only body imagery I've ever seen is this body right here, ever, in the entire system. Every tree, every fucking cloud, everywhere. Never seen body imagery. Even the birds I'm telling you about, they're not bodies. I forgot to mention that. Okay, this is a body imagery that I have in the moon. The black dude that I was talking about, which is only from his, from right about here up. And the funny thing about it is, I never found inanimate objects until I got to the, what do you call it? To this dude's chain, to his chain. I'm probably pointing in the wrong direction.
I see a kid right here. It looks just like my son, actually. It's kind of weird. I don't remember how personalized the perception is, very. That's weird. It freaks me out. It looks just like my son.
All right, let's try this next. So I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you a couple filters, and I'm going to make myself some new filters. So that's what I'm going to send you home with, will be that.
Now, so you want me to go out at night and film?
No, I'm giving you this just for your own sake. The only thing that I'm going to want you to do for videos is what I'm about to show you now. This is an EMNC box right here.
Oh, let me show you something I need to ask you because nobody else even understands what I'm asking. All right. Check out this cloud. West Virginia.
Go back to that cloud. Okay, right there. No, go back to the other one even. I like the other one even better.
See the dog though?
Yeah, lay that right there. Don't blow nothing up. Don't blow nothing up. Lay it right here. I'm going to show you everything I'm talking about.
Oh, I see all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah, okay. So now, that's full, not blowing up. That's all the way back, though, I mean, the camera? Yeah. Okay. I should leave this on for a minute. Go back to the other one, though. I like the other one better. Because I think you see more in it. Oh, that was actually not blowing up. Okay, there we go. Okay, leave it right there then. Okay. All right, so when you get home and you can get this on a real computer, it's also the same thing. Now, you have a lot of glare in this freaking camera right here. Yeah. But what I'm showing you is that the filters are going to, you know what, let's get rid of this.
I can do a filter up here with the,
you can turn your contrast down and all that, yeah, so yeah, it'll help. But the thing is the glare. The glare off this camera is what's going to get us.
And this thing's so dirty, my son's one.
Let me try to put it down in there so it's a little darker, too.
That's so incredible. Oh, I could look at that all day. Okay,
Okay, so one of the ones that you want, I want to ask you a question, and then we'll go from there. Like, take that one right there, because I see a lot in that one. Okay, put that right there. Okay, show me with your eyes the images that you actually see. And don't worry about what my beliefs are about feline, canine, rodent, human beast, okay?
Okay. Now, there was a reason why I was getting this photo, because I saw something with my eyes.
Oh, it's awesome. This is aluminum, strontium, barium, lithium oxide carbon. They're all in there. All the images. I'm going to show you over 1,000 images in a minute.
What's up here? I'm trying to remember when I took the pictures, like what I saw.
Okay. Lay it down now, right there. Lay that down. Take this in your hand, and use this as a viewing device, and show me in this camera the images. There you go. There you go. So too bad for that freaking glare. You know, take the glare out of the fucking camera, and it'd be even better. Which we can. So here you go. Give me that thing for a minute. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. Okay, so this is an EMNC box. Put the camera in here. Put it in. Throw this filter on it. Now, throw that back down there again. Okay, now.
Cool, look at you.
Here's a handle. Now,
awesome.
And put your eyes right up.
Oh, wait a minute.
Take out all the glare.
Let's do this.
Okay. So, and if you put your eyes right in that box, you'll take out even more glare. You'll lose it, and then start moving that in and out of the screen. Now I'm going to point at some images for you. See this face right here? See, oops. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't know which one it was. Okay, so see this face right here? They're all faces. It's image within image.
Yeah, I see
within
it.
Image,
yeah.
within image, within image. See this one right here, real clear for you, crystal clear.
Oh, whoa, look at the cross right there. I never noticed that.
See this one right here, how clear? And if you go in a little closer and closer, you will see it.
When I had the experience of the animals in the clouds, all the clouds disappeared. Whoa, look above us. All the clouds disappeared, and crosses appeared all over the sky.
Face. See the face? It's face within face within face. They're all different directions. See back here in these clouds in the way back here?
Yeah.
Now these faces, clouds. Yep. Here's a full freaking face right here looking off in that direction.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
And then behind it is another face, a big one, because there's the eye and there's the mouth. It's not as good as all these in here, because all these in here you have the lights and shadows, shadows.
Let me show you. There's a couple pictures on here that are kind of intense.
That was the one you sent me. I seen a lot of shit in that one.
Actually, there's more of that. There's this one.
That one's a good one. There's a lot you can see in that one.
In particular, and it's got like this blue gas. It's like.
Let me put this back here though, because I think it's too low when you're.
West Virginia is beautiful for this because the skies are huge.
Try that one.
These are my kids.
Oh, okay. So you only have your son with you on right now?
My son is with Grammy and Papa, which thank God for. I needed a break.
That's filled with imagery. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw it down. You want to look at it?
Let me show you something first. This.
Oh, yeah. I can see it all. Yeah. Throw it on there.
Look at this. Look at the guy running right there. See him? Let's get a little...
Let me confirm that with you.
Okay.
Throw it on there and let's show you. Okay, this is the up and down. It's okay.
See the trees?
Yep, I can. And what I was going to say is you can flip the shit out of it. Now let's do it with the green filter because this is actually a little too dark. So we can go with a green filter.
Oh, I got a video I took like this of the sun, and there were these little bitty light particles that would attach to the sun rays, to the sunbeams, and they were really sharp. Can't wait to show you that shit, man. It's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, so the glare off this thing is really bad. So I'm gonna just go like this without dropping it, right? And then I'm gonna tell you the best thing is to look straight down at it. You know what? Hold on to that for a minute. Put that straight down again for a minute. On here.
Look at that face. Look.
Oh, wait till you go in on it. I was just catching you. Catch the whole thing.
Look at that one though. Isn't that crazy? It's scary looking.
Okay, so now you're gonna see it more clearly. Straight down. Okay, take the box.
Look at that face right there. Holy crap.
Straight down. Take the glare out. Like straight down.
That's kind of scary looking now. It's angry.
They all are if you believe in the human construct that a beast is a beast.
Look at that. Looks like my daughter. The picture I just saw. Okay, look at that picture, or that face right there. See that? that I'm looking at right
Oh yeah, yep.
That looks like my daughter.
So yeah, you're definitely catching them. Okay, so move around in there, and then look at them all, because there's thousands of them you got, just in that image. And the further you go down,
oh
you get
wow,
closer
there's
in.
I don't know, that's a man with a beard.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, and the camera will circle them for you. By the way, your human eyes are
That's
liars,
weird.
and this thing will actually help you, and it'll tell you, I see it. You know, all the way through. Yeah.
Creeps me out. I mean,
okay, so while you have that in your hand, aim it. Come over here with it, right?
Okay.
Already got a green filter on it. Start looking around the clouds. Don't bother zooming in, and tell me if you can just go real slow. As a matter of fact, see over here by the sun over here? That one too. And then these come out way better once you can get them home, but you don't want to zoom in on it. You just want to let the camera captures what it captures. Then once you get it uploaded to the computer, that's when you're going to want to use the camera again as a
You see the little
the
lens flare right there?
I do,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and you'll get, especially with these lenses and stuff like that. That's why I never do directly into the sun unless I'm going to not use a what do you call it? Filter. If I don't have a filter on it, I'll go directly in.
Can you look at the sun with your eyes?
Oh yeah. Especially through a camera, through a box like that, for sure.
I usually do it with my bare eyes. I can see like all this.
So everything that you're doing now, even if your eyes are not catching it, it's okay. Just slowly breeze over the clouds, because once I upload this later, you'll be able to look in on it.
Oh, you're filming.
See it much clearer. And right now you have a green filter on. Daytime filter, if you use red, is usually even better than green. And it works great. I got several of these EMNC boxes, but that's one of my favorite ones. That one, you know, I saved the other ones for other people who don't even know anything what I'm talking about, because that's really how this started out for me. I had done hiring people offline before for doing other things, but never for collecting nanocarbon. I never expected to meet someone that would actually get the gist of what we're doing. I never expected it, really. By the way, I got you a coffee. I don't know if you drink that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do.
I forgot all about it.
I studied photography for a long time. Oh, look at that spiffy little trail.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once they start opening up a little bit, I do videos of it. And when I zoom in on it, you can see another thing that I'll give you that you can throw on there is this. And you can throw this on, and you'll be able to see into them even better.
So why do you think that we see all these faces of human consciousness? Because we as a collective are forming...
the government's project right here, what you're seeing with the jets, that's about the weather. That's about controlling the weather. They don't care that we see the imagery because we're all so dumbed down. We won't even figure it out.
I don't think it's the government.
So
well, it is, but it's like it's not a human government. It's not.
Well, I think it is. I think the humans are the fucking problem. To be honest with you, I think it's the humans. It's us. That's one of the things I've been stressing to everybody for the last 6 months or so. Is I finally figured it out. Who they are. Who is they when we talk about it? Is they the Illuminati? Is they the government's doing it? No, they is us. They is us. And how can we prove it's us? It's evidence all around you. Everybody that you try to talk to since your awakening has told you what? Go fuck away. Get away from me. I don't want to hear about your crazy nonsense. Yeah. Did I give you your tongue? Oh, yours is right there. Yes, and that's how I know who they are. They is my father, my sister, you know, the mother of my children. I watch my children be turned into these same zombies, you know? Yeah.
But you know what? My daughters are amazing, especially Ayla. She's like, which means crystallic circle of light around the center. But she is just incredibly open, spiritual.
But you know, we also don't want them to be
crazy.
Looked down upon. It's a hard life, and we know this. You know what I mean? Anytime we open our mouth to talk about the things we're talking about.
I've had I don't know what's been going on with my life, but I've had people hate me for no reason my entire life.
Yeah, it happens.
Hate me.
Yep.
For no, I can't think of a, and it's not like that I'm like a drama queen. I love all, I just mind my own business, you know. Look at that, that's so cool. Almost like I just don't resonate with people.
right? So I can take this box. Let's see if I can stop running here.
Have you ever seen planes turning something else?
I'm gonna put the red filter back on now that we're out here.
I've seen them morph from balls of light into like into the planes, back into balls of light. What's that about?
Same thing. It's up with the chemtrails. Here's a red filter, right? While I'm shooting the shit with you, I'm gonna watch what I'm gonna do with my face, right? I definitely don't have my eyes out here because if I do, I'm not gonna see anything I'm telling you about. So I'm gonna put my eyes right up to it. I'm gonna say, if I want to, I can go ahead and zoom in a little because you'll get experience. I'm gonna go ahead so you can get it a little better. So now I'm gonna not move fast. Every speed that if I go like this, I'm moving too fast. I'm not seeing anything.
Right.
I'm starting right here at this tree right here, right? I'm gonna slowly move the camera up and I'm gonna catch thousands of images for every inch that I move this camera. Well, tell me what you see through here if it's any better.
I see a bunch of pieces. Kind of like the imagery after 9/11.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So if you start there and you move very slowly up from the trees, and you'll keep noticing that's a recently released chemtrail.
Oh, whoa, look at the turtle shell, man. That's pretty cool.
It's a recently released chemtrail. So,
but it's the vibrations that are, right? The electromagnetic waves, right? And
correct,
vibrations that are causing these shapes.
Well, no, the sine waves are controlling the nanocarbon, and the nanocarbon are the builders. The nanocarbon build it. And the evidence for that is, if you keep moving slowly up from that tree, I see them with my eyes now, but there's millions upon millions of triangular shapes filling up those fucking clouds.
Yeah, I see them.
They're filling them up.
Like right in, and that's where I got the turtle shell idea
Correct.
from.
So now when you take when you take and look, and you'll notice those are all transparent. They seem neon blue. All the triangles that are noticing. Now when you get it on the computer and you're going deeper, you're going to notice and you're going to find the triangles that are gray and white and all these different types of triangles, because that's the evidence you need to know that the nanocarbon are all around.
Right. Well, I guess I've known they've been there. I just haven't. Look at the two jets. I haven't had a name for them. I've known they're intelligent and they're creative and they're amazing, but I just didn't know what they were.
Yes, and they are intelligent. And we're only noticing them at the clouds because we're able to watch them work. Otherwise, I never would have found this.
Right.
If I would have found it in the trees, people would have told me I was fucking nuts. Even when we go into the moon.
Okay, question. What do you think? Okay, see how all the trails kind of go down at that point? Why?
Your line of perspective. It's not going down a point. Sure, because your line of perspective, when you're doing artwork, that's one of the things they taught you was that, and that's the reason why you see the horizon.
So if I were over there looking this way, it wouldn't look that way?
No, it's perspective, meaning going further away from you. So you ever see anybody draw the square within square within square? Yep. Yep. You can make like a picture and people will walk into the wall when you know, just by doing that.
Check that out.
I wouldn't look at anything with your eyes again until you look at it through an EMNC box, and you're going to see it a lot differently.
There's something here I want to show you.
Let me look at that one too, though. I want to see that one. Put it down so I can see what the EMC. No, this one. That's fucking. I see it all with my eyes. But what the thing is,
see the video I got like that. It's gonna freak you out.
Take the light out.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's way too much light. When you get this back to your house, please, take my word on it. You're gonna. Nope, that's okay. It's the glare that keeps bouncing off this thing. So I'm telling you right now, if you use this EMNC box in a dark room with your computer and turn your lights off around your room, you're gonna see so much more than you're seeing now. I don't think you'll ever say the words dolphin, fish, bird ever again. You will see all the imagery for what it is. Like, but if you do, I want to know the truth if you do.
Wow,
so.
Look at that one through the filter.
Yeah, so I'm seeing it all, but it's a lot of glare. It's still glare. Again, I never tried this outside before. So.
And then I've also tried getting it, you know, with filters like this.
I've done all that crap. Yeah, I've been through all that.
You know what's weird? It's like in 2013, heat sensors and all that worked so much better.
I did actually. You'll find I have all those lenses. The only thing is that I stopped using them. I don't need them. Your eyes are going to adjust. Within a few weeks, you're going to see it all more clearly than you already do.
Wow.
Like you're seeing all that imagery, right? You see the eye and the eye and that. Now, first glance at this, I'd say serpent of some kind, right? But because I know better, when I go and look in at them, I'm going to say something different. Let me see.
I saw a feathered serpent like before I had that crazy experience at the cabin, and there's that weird shape.
Hold it steady for a minute. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's a beast right there. There's a beast there.
I see it, man. Look at that.
There he is. There he is.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
cool.
that one out.
Oh, I saw the.
So this is kind of the same thing that you're doing with the filters, by the way. The only difference is nobody will believe when you do that.
Right.
If you use the filters, they'll maybe believe it.
I saw the 4B Center the same.
See the face right here? See the face right here? Eye with the mouth.
Right.
Yep. See the eye. Oops, sorry. I know I hate those things every time
I
you touch
know,
them
right?
just a little bit.
Such a pain in the ass. All right. Oh. Yeah. See how that's so similar to the one posted. It's a helix. To me, I see a twisted ladder.
Well, the face is right here. There's one going off that way. You see his mouth, nose, and eye.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry. And then they're face within face. So again, eye,
Let's
mouth
go a step
down
further
here.
for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What if you see these faces or these shapes or these beings move and talk? Okay, wait. I'm not gonna say talk, but telepathically speak. What do you do? What do you think about that? And I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one.
No. It's not a matter of being crazy. I just try to determine. I'm trying to determine human influence. Whenever there's human influence on things, we've all, I don't like to use the word brainwashed on people like us that are on the awakening, but it's kind of like that.
I had no idea.
It's programming, you know.
Well, I had no idea of whatever being or story or, I never pictured God as a form. I pictured God as spirit.
Right.
I had no idea what I was looking at or what they were, trying to show me.
No, I would say that there are